Yeah, and a 1 to 10 scale, this is a definite fail. Good morning, guys. I don't know if you can hear that, but yeah. My plan had been today was to take this green sheet down completely and replace it with this clear plastic. But obviously, I don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, Mother Nature has got different plans. Anyway, all I can really do today is just do some of the body sanding. So I've taken the door off. That came off quite easily, and I'm just going to concentrate on this area at the back here, and then just work my way forward on both sides. What I'll have to do is I'll do down to basically where the green sheet starts, and then I can move the van back up to this sheet here behind me, and carry on at the front, mainly because that top there is just leaking all over the place. Hey guys, so here we are again. Haven't gotten a lot of work done to the van today. We had some wicked storms last night again, so I had to do some major refitting on this. Like I said previously, I wanted to get these clear plastic sheets over it. I hope you can hear me over this. And just to give this place a lot more light, which I don't know if you can see there, but it really does. This is a really nice light space to work in now. So it's not quite as long, so I'll have to shuffle the van back and forth a little bit just to do the respray, but yeah, this is going to work nicely. And but good grief, this friggin' week, I am just absolutely over this weather. I mean, it's either wind or rain, and to be honest, at this point, now that I've got this all sealed up better, I'd rather have the rain and let the wind calm down a bit. But yeah, this is all nice new plastic. So anyway, gonna have a quick break and then come back and figure out what I'm gonna do next. Hey guys, well, I'm still plugging away at it. This door is on the other side of the property. It's up near the main workshop. Do have that little strip to take off down there, and but yeah, I'm going to sand these doors in place for the moment, and then I'll take them off and get to those inner wheel wells, etc. But yeah, it's a few more modifications to the old habitat, but yeah. Anyway, let's get on with it. The temperatures are dropping. I've got that sanded down now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this with a rust neutralizer just to stabilise it. There's a little bit down there as well. I need to cut back a little bit more. Do the same there. Just any little bits and pieces that I see. It's a good time to get them. But I'll hit that next, and then I'll start working across the rest of the door and that front fender where I had my little mishap. And then yeah, we'll start working down the rest of the van. Well, things are moving along there. I've got that filled and sanded. I've got most of this door now sanded. Front fender has been sanded, and I hit it with grey sealer and then just some white primer over the top. I know the white primer is a little blotchy, but that's okay. It's primarily just to get some unified colour on. One of the problems with the white is that if you've got too many colours, you can get variations in it. I have had that problem before. So this door here will eventually be in white primer, and same with other parts of the van. The other door will be the same. So when I actually come to put the base coat on, it will be basically it'll be all white. The other reason is as well, I know I am doing blue on this, but the blue is incredibly transparent, so I want that to go over a white base. Again, you know, it saves paint in the long run, and basically it's less work. That's a straightforward answer. It's less work. So anyway, not sure. I might actually take this door off at this point and just start working on this this inner fender on this side. I think that would probably be the best idea. All the doors off. Just put a little bit of fillet around that edge just to build the edge up. Obviously that needs to be sanded off again. Sanded and treated the where the hinges mount. That'll be all primed up, and yeah. So I just need to let that bondo set up, and I'll be back and I'll shape that, and then yeah, we'll get some primer on it. And there we go. I do go over, I know I've got multiple colours of primer, but I'm just using up what I've got. It's all same quality, it's not one's better than the other, but you know, sometimes you buy different colour primers for different projects, and you know, you just end up with an abundance of them. So rather than just throwing them all out and buying another one, I'm building the layers up with the other colours and then hitting it with the white primer over the top. Although I do need to go get some more tomorrow, because I am running very low on it. But yeah, that's that one complete now. Yeah, so I just got to let this dry. I'll use up what white primer I do have left, and then yeah, this doorway is all, other than taking the rest of the rubber seal off, this doorway is basically ready to be painted. So basically got that side complete, so what I'm going to do now is come around and make a start on this side. First thing I'm going to do is there was a little dent in there that I've just filled, so I'm going to sand that smooth, get some primer on it, and then I think I'll do that bit down there as well while I'm on. Then I'll remove the door, and then I'll do that wheel well there, and that's basically it for the bodywork. A little bit more sanding here and there to do, just smoothing the paintwork out, but yeah, basically, if I can get this done today, if I can get that white primer in the morning, then by tomorrow afternoon she should be ready just to wash down and start laying down some paint. Yeah, but it really is going to depend on the weather. I mean, that's basically going to be it. What I may do is, like I said in an earlier video, I'll probably paint the doors separate, so I may just actually back the van out of here altogether, so I've got a nice space to work in, and paint the doors, get them dry, get them standing out of the way somewhere so they don't get damaged, and then just move on doing the rest of the van. But yeah, way behind schedule compared to what I wanted to be, but sometimes that's just the way this goes, unfortunately. A lot of setbacks this year, in particular with my back. That has been a major issue several times, so yeah, not a lot I can do about that, so just gotta suck it up and get on with it. Well, there we have it. There's a couple of little bits in there, weren't 100% necessary, but you know what, I'm in the middle of doing this, so I may as well hit those rust spots, any little bits and pieces. So that's all finished now. That front fender is all now done, and there, so yeah, and got this door to finish off. There's that little bit there that I filled. Just a little dent that had gotten a bit of surface rust in it. I might actually have a go putting this window in. I know I said that earlier in the video and I didn't, but yeah, I might have a go at that now because I've got to let all of that dry up, so including the bondo on the door there, so might actually be too cold. It's best putting these rubber seals in when they're warm, but yeah, let's see what happens anyway. Well, there we go. We now have new window in there. This has certainly been a challenge today because it is just cold and it's just no flex in the rubber. Got a couple of little bits to adjust up. There we go, popped out nicely. But yeah, that's it in there now. But ended up having to resort to these little guys. These are little tyre levers for bicycles basically. So it's went in. Oh, that's to be cleaned up, but I'm going to leave that till tomorrow now. It's sunset. Pick these up. Was able to use the string for a large part of the way, but towards the end there it just got really tough, so ended up like I say, going with the tyre levers, but they worked well. The window's in, it's actually got glass in it now. And yeah, that's all dried up nicely, and yeah, so that's it for today. I've been plugging away a bit more in here today. Got a lot of the round the door frames and all of that cut in on both sides. Got the doors, I got one coat on the doors, but I had an issue with the roof leaking again, yeah. And of course the only place it leaked was right on top of one of the doors, so that's got to be sanded and redone. But what I'm going to do tomorrow is do have to head back to the house for a few days. Got some things on, so what I'm going to do is head back, then get everything sorted out, then probably, oh I don't know, maybe a week I'll be back. So that's it for today. Didn't really shoot any video. It's not the best weather. It's cold, the temperatures are dropping, and I just really wanted to hammer on, get as much done as I can. Tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the doors and everything put back on now that I've got all the inner doodahs all done and everything. So I'll get the doors put back on, and then I'll just lay the van up for the time being until I get back, and then we'll crack on. Forecast for the end of next week, when I will be back, is much warmer weather, up into the 50s, so that'll be perfect. Obviously there's like marks there, it's just dirt where I was putting that window in from yesterday. But yeah, overall I'm quite happy. I've moved her into here now because the space now that I got here, because I don't know if I mentioned in one of my previous videos, but I was doing some work on the Range Rover as well, so that was in here, and it was a case of do a little bit on this, do a little bit on the Range Rover, bit on this, bit on the Range Rover, and so forth. So yeah, that brings us back to just this as it is now. But like I say, we'll get the doors on tomorrow. I'm going to stick the battery on charge because it's just well down there. So yeah, the cat set the lights, put the lights on last night, thank you. She had to have been in here because everything was locked up, and came in this morning and the lights are on, and it's like, okay, either it's a ghost or it's the cat. I think I'll lean towards the cat. Right then, I'm packing up now, so I will see you tomorrow. Morning guys. Well, it is a cold one today. So the plan is I've got the van over in the workshop there where it's a degree or two warmer, out of the wind anyway, But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the doors and everything out of here, and going to get all the van put back together today. I got all of the inner door frames and everything painted yesterday, so that's all complete. One thing I did forget, I did not do along the side here. It's still in primer. That's where the doodah bit goes for the sliding door, but that's okay. I'll get into the rest of this when I get back. But yeah. Well, I'm on just sticking the doors on there. It's odd, you know. I've had these doors on and off, on and off, on and off. And this time I come to put them on and I'm having to mess about to get them lined up. It's like, yeah, crazy, but you know, that's life, innit? But yeah, I don't know what it is about the hinges on this side. They're just not overly keen on just going into place. They're holding the door very low. That's the problem. And so I'm going to get the jack out, block of wood, and just take the weight of the door, loosen the bolts, let it pop up a little bit, and then tighten it back up again. That's the plan. Well, back doors are on, front doors are on. Still got the side door to go on yet, but yeah, she's starting to look like a van again. Yeah. And when I do return, the main thing to do is get all of this exterior paintwork finished. Obviously there's still bits to do all over the place. But like I said earlier, now that I've got all the inner door frames and everything painted, I can now concentrate on getting the outside done. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to get this door on and dismantle the old enclosure there, because obviously I'm going to be away for a few days, so I don't want it ending up across the fields somewhere, because it's supposed to get windy over the weekend, even higher than what we've had. So yeah, well, that worked out easier than expected. Huh. Oh well. But yeah, I do have a little bit more work to do on this door. I don't know how well you can see there, but there's a dent there that I want to repair before I actually put any paint on it. But that was one of the reasons why I didn't do anything yesterday with it. I hadn't actually noticed it until I was working on the other stuff, and then I moved it and was like, oh bugger, I forgot to do that dent. So yeah, I'll just top it out and then fill what's left. But yeah, I think I'm at the point of calling it on this video. Unfortunately, did not get anywhere near as much done as I would have liked. At this point, I had hoped to have had this in paint, but obviously that didn't happen. But you know, as I've said before, that's how it goes. But good things that I did get done. I actually did get primer and everything on these front doors. Still needs another coat, because not sure if that shows up on camera, but the blue is still showing through a little bit. Doesn't matter though, I'll get that done next time. Also, got this window in. Glad I got that in. That was a big one, that. Was challenging. Just the low temperatures and everything. The rubber seal just did not want to cooperate, but you know, it's there, it's in. The other one was this rear door. That was a big thing, getting that finished. And yeah, the old girl's coming together nicely there. So I'm going to wrap this video up at this point. Should have it edited, and hopefully I'll get this out for Friday.